Well, if you don't have any plans for the weekend, you ought to make some, or at least go to the backyard because maybe, I don't know, Riverside, maybe Patriots Park, because it's going to be feeling a lot like summertime out there. Temperatures are warming up, but now we had this little front that actually drifted through, but actually was a little bit of an air mass change. I mean, there wasn't a lot of cold behind it. And of course, yesterday we had that super heated pocket of hot air to the southwest of us. That is over with for today. But for the next couple of days, that Gulf air is going to start rolling back in. And really, you're going to feel like it's, I don't know, early summer because the pattern is going to be like that. Now, we'll take a look around the country. One frontal system moving off. The big stormy weather in the east has finally settled down. Another little storm coming in with possibly a little rain, but doesn't look like a big snowmaker. Cold air is way up here, and there is a storm out here in the western Pacific. However, it would not be able to travel over or through this high pressure. Remember, the high pressure diverts everything up to the north, and then it'll come in somewhere over here, but not happening as far as we're concerned. Now, in 7 days, this bump should actually drop a little bit. And that's going to allow maybe the glimmer of hope for a sprinkle coming in early in next week. Tonight, actually even to right now, we've got half-mile visibilities down along the immediate coastline. What I'm saying is it may be clear and sunny here, but if you go down to Seadrift, it's probably foggy, and you probably can't even find Seadrift right now because of the fog. That is the dense sea fog. That's the one that stays real low to the ground, and that will roll in, and the coastal areas will really be very soupy overnight. Inland areas, it will be a little bit more patchy, but if you're down along the coast in Calhoun, Matagorda counties, you're going to be looking at really low visibilities overnight and into tomorrow morning. But then it burns off as the heat comes back in. Here's the special weather statement for that sea fog that you have down along the immediate coastline. So Ostwell, you're going to have trouble finding Ostwell if you're driving down there with that very, very dense marine fog. So what about winds? Well, tomorrow they'll kick back in. They'll be out of the southeast. They'll be moderate. They won't be as howling as they were a couple of days ago because we don't have any storms forming up north. But as we go through the weekend, the afternoon sea breeze will get a little bit stronger and a little bit stronger and a little bit stronger. And by the time we get to next week, it's going to feel like summertime because we're switching around. In other words, we don't have the frontal systems coming through, but what we're going to have is basically enough moisture that heating will pop a few little sea breeze showers. Just to give you an idea, I showed this map earlier in the week, but just so you get me here, what we had in December was only 93 hundredths. We're supposed to average about 2.3 inches of rain for the month. In January, we only had 78 hundredths. We're supposed to get 2.6 for the month. And in February, we only had 79 hundredths. We're supposed to get almost 2. So that puts us for 3 months at about a 5-inch loss. So it's not good news, and we're just going to have to do it as best we can to get through the springtime until the big springtime thunderstorm starts rolling in. We're looking at sunny skies after the morning cloud deck, looking at a high in Cuero of about 83. 7-day forecast doesn't change much. We'll be staying in the low to mid 80s all the way through, and hopefully a sprinkle or two next week. That's your 7-day forecast, reminding everybody we do have a QR code